Welcome to DocShock AI. Continuing our exploration of threat intelligence, we're tackling the essential adversary roadmap today, the cyber kill chain. This powerful framework, created by Lockheed Martin, is the ultimate guide to understanding a cyber attack. If you want to beat the enemy, you have to read their playbook. Join us as we dissect the chain of actions, every step an attacker must successfully complete to achieve their final objective. The kill chain is a sequential model. If you can break this chain at any point, the attack stops. Let's look at the 7 stages: reconnaissance, weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and finally, actions on objectives. The crucial insight here is that every stage relies on the success of the one before it. It all begins with reconnaissance. The attacker gathers information about the target organization. They are trying to find the weakest point, the low-hanging fruit, by investigating security systems, firewalls, and authentication mechanisms. The common tools and techniques here involve open source intelligence, or OSINT, which is gathering data from public sources like LinkedIn, GitHub, or WHOIS lookups. They also use scanning tools like MAP to map your network or Shodan to find vulnerable internet-connected devices, and even techniques like war driving to search for accessible Wi-Fi. As a defender, you must detect these probes using threat intelligence and NIDS, and deny them by having a strict information sharing policy and strong firewall access control lists. Next up is weaponization. The attacker's goal is to create a deliverable exploit and payload package. This means pairing a remote access or denial of service exploit with a malicious payload, like a virus, worm, or ransomware. This stage involves malware development kits to create customized, often polymorphic, malware that can evade antivirus software. They use exploit frameworks like Metasploit to select and configure exploits for specific software vulnerabilities. And they perfect their social engineering pre-work, crafting malicious documents or highly personalized spear phishing emails based on the employee data they collected in the last step. The third stage is delivery. This is the first time the adversary directly interacts with your organization's network or personnel to transmit the weapon. Their goal is simple: launch the malicious package to penetrate the victim's perimeter. The methods are varied. Email remains the most common, sending phishing emails with malicious attachments or links. They can use the web by infecting a legitimate website with code for a drive-by download, or even use physical media like compromised USB drives. Crucially, they may also exploit unpatched perimeter devices or open network protocols to deliver the payload. Exploitation is the critical moment. The attacker's goal is to exploit a vulnerability to execute code on the victim's system, usually without the user's knowledge. Techniques include executing the specific exploit code, which could be for a 0-day or a known, unpatched vulnerability. They may also use buffer overflows, which means overwriting parts of a system's memory to execute their own arbitrary code, or link together vulnerability chains to achieve a critical outcome from multiple minor flaws. If exploitation succeeds, the attacker moves to installation. Their goal now is to establish a persistent foothold to maintain access even if the initial exploit is detected or the system is rebooted. They want a reliable long-term access point. This is achieved by setting up backdoors or web shells for remote access. They might modify system services or registry keys through service modification to ensure their malicious code runs every time the system starts. For maximum stealth, they install rootkits, software that hides the presence of their malware and their activity from security tools. At Command and Control, or C2, the attacker establishes a remote communication channel to manage the compromised system. Their objective is to create a secure, often encrypted, link back to their external C2 server. They use tunneling techniques, often hiding their C2 traffic within normal network protocols like HTTP/S or DNS to evade detection. They leverage sophisticated remote access tools, or RATs, such as Cobalt Strike, for remote management. Some even resort to legitimate service abuse, using compromised cloud services or social media like Twitter or Telegram as covert C2 channels to blend in with trusted traffic. We've reached the final stage: actions on objectives. This is where the impact is realized, and the attacker achieves their primary mission. This is the moment of truth for both the attacker and the defender. The objectives vary but can include data exfiltration, compressing and encrypting sensitive data before stealing it; ransomware execution, deploying encryption software to demand a ransom; lateral movement and privilege escalation, using tools like Mimikatz to harvest credentials to move deeper into the network; or simply, destruction, wiping data or disrupting vital services. The cyber kill chain is your defensive blueprint. By understanding each step, you can deploy the right security measures at the right time. Your best chance to defeat the attacker is by breaking the chain early, at reconnaissance or delivery, before they ever reach your critical systems. That's the breakdown of the cyber kill chain. If you found this information valuable, Smash that like button and subscribe to Dark Shark AI for more in-depth cybersecurity analysis. You can get in touch with us using the details on your screen. Stay vigilant, and we'll see you in the next video.